I don't care about the deal closing or not. So you're only fearful because you care if they close. You care if they close because you don't have a pipeline. Okay? Pipeline management is the key to lowering that fear. The other thing, and if you guys want like advanced stuff and you don't want like prospecting, I'm going to give you really, really advanced stuff right now, is I do the hardest thing first in the day. The first thing I do in the beginning of the day is I do the hardest thing. The person I didn't want to call, I'll call. The confrontation I need to make, I make. If I see a stranger I've never met in my life, I speak to that stranger. That's not really terrifying for me, but when I started, for me to speak to new people, which is what I was getting into every day, I started to practice that fear of just speaking to strangers constantly in the morning. But now it would be speaking to the hardest prospect of the day and getting that out of the way. The guy who told me no last week, I'm gonna call them up and be like, hey man, look, I know we spoke last week, but I just feel like we could have had a deal here and I want to find out why you didn't buy. Do you know how much courage you have to do that? And when you do it, your fear just, this goes to something called flow psychology. Again, I won't get too deep into that. I could talk on a lot of these subjects for a long time, but flow psychology is basically, part of it is you taking risks and your brain goes into a fight or flight mechanism. Okay? Now, if you deal with that stress head on, then what happens is your brain triggers chemicals that allow you to go hyper-focused and lose your sense of self. So one thing I used to do, I'm just telling them an advanced technique I would do, would be I would do the hardest thing in a day. Now, if you don't know what that is, you can simulate it. And what that means is cold showers are fucking hard. Like, so just jump in a cold shower, but don't wait to do it. Switch it on and just jump in. Hard, you have to decide quick. So it trains your decision-making ability. You have to go through stress and pain, which is what you're doing in a deal when you're afraid and you have fear. You're simulating the fear and the quick decision and the urgency all in a cold shower. Pretty cool. So you can actually simulate some of these things. Another thing is, if you have fear and stuff, man, like there's lots of supplements you can take, but I would really look at your personal psychology, like what's going on. Like, is it like you're not sleeping properly? If you don't sleep properly, I promise you, you're going to have fear.